No, yeah, no.
What up, guys? It's your boy TigerBayne, and we are here and back, and E3 is finally done, and I got 12 hours of sleep last night. That's how much sleep I needed. 12! And I probably could have gone more. I'm probably going to have a nap after this. But I thought, while it's done, why don't I go through and, for those of you who haven't seen it, I can give you a bit of info, a bit of insight, all that sort of stuff. I'll have a couple of trailers going up. And we are going to start off with the last thing that was shown, the last company that did a conference at E3, which was Nintendo. Now, Nintendo showed off a bunch of stuff. They showed off some really cool stuff. I've got a page on here. Where are we? There we go. All right. Nintendo really showed off a bunch of stuff, and the good thing I like about them is that there's a lot of games that are coming on to the Switch that wouldn't usually be on a Nintendo platform. So, couple of big ones. Not as big. Paladin is coming to the Switch. The reason I bring that up is because that maybe paves the way for something like Overwatch. So, you know, it's just a theory in there. But yeah, so Paladin was announced for the Switch, which is really, really cool. And Fortnite is available for you to download on your Nintendo Switch and play for free right now. So you guys got to jump on and do that. Fortnite's taking the world by storm. It's crazy. People are enjoying it. Why not have it on the Switch? So they did announce that. They also showed off a few things that we know that are coming, like your Crash Bandicoot. What else did they show off? Minecraft is coming. Dragon Ball Fighters. Dragon Ball Fighters is really cool. I haven't played it yet, so I'll probably definitely be getting it on the Switch. Definitely get it on the Switch. And then we get to sort of more your Nintendo exclusives. So we've got Just Dance 2019 is not an exclusive, but it's coming to the Switch, just like the other Just Dances. Octopath Traveler coming out 13th of July 2018, which is dope. I've been waiting for that game forever. So that's coming out in a month, in exactly a month from when I'm recording this. You guys might not see this till tomorrow, but exactly 1 month. You've got your NBA Live, Madden 19, FIFA 19, they're all coming to the Switch. Madden 19 coming to the Switch. I did not know that. There you go. So you've got your sports games coming onto the Switch again. Hopefully they're a little bit better than last time. They were a little bit glitchy and all that. But it was the first time we had sports games on the Switch. So there you go. Fallout Shelter is available across all consoles right now. So you guys can download that for free as well, which is great. Yeah, it's dope. All these free games that they gave us. What else have we got? They showed off a little bit of Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee. They're going to be great games. I'm really keen for them. The one thing that I really like that they showed off is you've got it's like a $70 little Pokeball, which doubles as a Joy-Con, I guess. You can play the whole game with it. The cool thing is that when you get that Joy-Con, there's already a Pokemon in there. And that Pokemon is Mew, which is crazy. So you get Mew right off the bat if you got one of those little Joy-Cons. So go and pre-order one. They're great. They're crazy good. I'm really excited for it. Hollow Knight is coming to the Switch, which is great. Pix Arc is coming to the Switch. Wasteland 2 is coming to the Switch. The World Ends With You, we knew about that. That's most of the stuff. They did announce Daemon X Machina. I think that's how you say it. Coming out 2019. Xenoblade Chronicles 2, which looks dope. I enjoyed the first one. That's September this year. That should be really good. They'll probably expand on the original one and add some new stuff. There was one more that I wanted to talk about. There was one more. Where are we? Why are you not on here? The one I'm looking for is Fire Emblem. And I can't find it at all. Fire Emblem 3 Houses. There we go. So Fire Emblem is coming out. Oh no, autumn 2019? No. It's next year. It's next year. I think it's early next year though. It's early next year. February, I think they said, if I remember correctly. I can't remember. Fire Emblem. For those of you who haven't played it, it's crazy good. So it's a turn-based RPG. Strategy is very, very heavily strategy-based. But the cool thing I like about it is the story is just amazing. You've got interactions with everyone on your team, and you can choose if you want to recruit people or not. You can just tell people, no, I don't want you fighting alongside me. Send them off the way. or however you want to do it is really cool. It's a really, really fun game. I started playing, the first Fire Emblem I played was Awakening, which was great. I highly recommend it, and then I went on to the others. The only one I didn't really get into was Echoes. I don't know, they changed it up a little bit, wasn't a big fan of it. But Fire Emblem Three Houses looks crazy good. Crazy good. If you guys haven't played a Fire Emblem game, go and play one. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 available on the 5 available on the Nintendo Switch. So, and 3 of those 5 you can get in a bundle together, which is really cool. And then the big thing that they talked about was Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Smash Bros. Is going to be crazy good. I'm not a huge Smash Bros. Fan, but I am going to play this one. Looks really good. They've got, how many characters was it? I think it was 64 characters. Every character that's ever been available in any Smash Bros. Game is going to be available to use in this one. It's a lot of characters. And then they've got, I think they announced Ridley is making his first appearance, I believe. So, it'll be really cool. Coming out 7th of December 2018. It's going to be crazy, going wild over Christmas. It's going to be absolutely mental. Keep an eye out for it. Go watch the trailers. All you guys got to do is jump onto the Nintendo YouTube, and they will have all your trailers up on there. Go check them out. They're just ridiculously good. Moving on. We're not going to focus too much on any single company, but moving on, we're going to go to the company that started. Nope, that's the wrong one. There we go. The company that they didn't start off. They were first of the 3 that we're talking about today. So we're talking about Xbox, Microsoft. Wait, that's the same thing. We're talking about Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo. Xbox was the first out of those 3. So Microsoft was the first of those 3 to come out and show us their stuff. They've got a bunch of really cool things. I'm trying to find some exclusives. Can I see any exclusives? I can't see any exclusives. There's no exclusives on here. There are. There definitely are. So I plan to talk about all the exclusives first, and then we talk about the other ones that are across all of the consoles. I can't find a single one. This is a long list. This is a really long list. Gears 5. Gears 5 is coming out in 2019. You guys know I haven't played a Gears of War game, but hold on. Let me take off these price tags, because no company is sponsoring me. So why should I promote them selling a game if they're not sponsoring me? So, get off! I can't get it off. Can you? There we go. Guys, look! I bought Gears of War 4! It's a great one. I was like, you know what? I'll just start with it. Who cares? I haven't played it yet. It's in the books. I'm planning on playing it. It'll be here for like the next month, and I won't play it, but you'll see. I'll get to it. Moving on, we have... Now, here's the interesting thing. They announced Battletoads. They said it's coming next year, but only Microsoft showed it off. So I don't know if it's coming across all consoles or not. I mean, I assume they would. Surely. We've also got a game by the name of... I can't see it here. I should have prepared. I'm sorry. I should have prepared better. We also have, I do know that, so in addition to Gears, they did announce Forza Horizon 4, which is gonna look great. It's set in Britain, I think it was. It looks phenomenal. Go check it out. It looks really, really good. Standard Horizon game, you'll be able to drive around all over the place. You team up with all your friends and race your heart out. You can race your heart out in this game. So, Halo Infinite is coming. Master Chief returns for another adventure in Halo Infinite. So, they didn't show off too much. We don't even know when it's coming out. I mean, it'll be next year. Guaranteed it'll be next year. They won't leave it further than that. Well, I don't think they would. We've also got a game by Jome Games. It's called Sea of Solitude. And I can't remember if I showed that off or not. Nope, I don't think I did. I don't think I've talked about that yet. Sea of Solitude is on both consoles, I believe. It might be. It might not be. I think it's only on Xbox. I think it's only on exclusive to Xbox. Looks really cool. It's about a woman who gets so lonely that she's basically turned into a monster, and it's your journey getting back to being a human, a person, I think. That's sort of what I gleaned from it. They showed us a whole bunch of gameplay and a whole bunch of stuff about it, and I kind of still didn't know what it was about. So we also have. Are those the only main exclusive? I think those are the only main exclusives. I believe so. Forza, Gears, and what was the other one? Forza, Gears, and Halo. Those are the main exclusives. So what we'll do is we will jump straight to PlayStation. PlayStation Nation. PlayStation had a bunch of stuff that they focused on. Not really heaps. They had a few things that they focused on, but they showed off their main games. Birds are going wild around my house. So PlayStation focused on their, I think it's 4 key games. The first one was Spider-Man, which looks amazing. It looks absolutely insane. It looks phenomenal. He's going up against a number of bad guys. I thought it was just what's that guy's name? The black and white guy. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. I can't remember his name, but I thought it was because originally he was the only boss we saw, and I was like, oh wow, all right, so we're going up against him. Cool. But there's a bunch of them. You've got Electro, you've got Vulture, you've got Scorpion, Rhino's in there, and the neon-looking guy. He's in. So there's 5, and then at the end of the trailer, I'll try to have the trailer up. I may not be able to, depending on what Sony wants to do. Try to have the trailer up though. He turns around, like he's getting the absolute bananas kicked out of him, and he turns around and he was like, oh, "You!" Like I don't know who it is. If it's someone going to help him, or if it's someone or the sort of ringleader, I guess. We'll find out. PlayStation also announced Neo 2 off of the success of the first one, which I haven't played it myself, but I've seen a few people play it. It looks really, really cool. I'm still trying to make my way through Dark Souls, which I have this close to giving up on, so I'm not touching Neo until that's done, if ever. But it looks really, really cool. It's the same classic game, I guess, with new bosses and new enemies and new levels and all standard stuff that you'd expect in a sequel. The second main title that they showed off was Death Stranding. Now, Death Stranding looks really, really good. We actually saw gameplay, which was great for the first time. I'm not too sure about it. I'm really not too sure. It looks very bizarre. So I don't know what to think about it, but we will get it when we get it. It doesn't have a release date yet. I can only assume it's 2019. I don't think they're going to push it back any further than next year, especially now that they've shown off some gameplay. One of the other titles that PlayStation announced was Resident Evil 2. So it has a lot. It's taken a lot from Res 7. So a lot of the sort of gameplay elements seem to have been taken from it, and they've remade it. So they've remade it from the ground up. So it's not a remaster. It's none of that. It's from the ground up. Looks really, really cool. I'm probably gonna play that one, even though I hate horror games. Probably gonna play. It just looks too cool to me. You don't. It's not something that you want to miss just because you're not a huge fan of a particular genre. Their second big game that they focused on was Ghost of. I'm gonna butcher this one. Ghost of Tsushima. Ghost of Tsushima. Anyway, it's an action RPG set in feudal Japan. It seems like it. So you've got samurais and all that, and gameplay looks really, really cool. They showed off some gameplay, which I wasn't expecting. It looks really good. It's very much a game where there's a lot of. It feels like it's going to be very much a game where there's a lot of one-on-one battles, so you can like deflect and parry and do all that sort of stuff. It looks really, really good. It does look very, very good. So it's open world. We know that much. So it's complete open world. We'll see how it goes. Does it have a release date? It doesn't even have a release date. That I'm not too sure. I mean, I can only assume if they've shown us gameplay footage, and it was good gameplay. It was a chunk of gameplay footage. I can only assume it'll be out end of next year. But do not quote me on that. We know what games are like. They tend to push back everything. Moving on. The what was that? 1, 2, 3? Have I talked about 3? Alright, the fourth big exclusive that Sony showed off was the one we've all been waiting for. It was the first thing they showed off. Last of Us Part 2. Got gameplay footage of that as well, which is great. Still don't have a release date. I mean, Last of Us, I don't care how far they push it back, as long as it's amazing when it comes out and it looks amazing. Ellie is a lot older. She's a teenager now. Well, she should be an older teenager, late teenager. Should be 18 to 20, I'd say. It just looks phenomenal. The gameplay is ridiculous. There's a lot of I don't know. There's a lot of like small things that I kind of liked. She in the trailer that we saw, or in the gameplay trailer, she got hit with an arrow, and then as she went in and hid behind a little behind a countertop or a bench or something, you saw her, she was like literally pulled the arrow out of her shoulder. It didn't just disappear, you know what I mean? Which is really, really cool, and that's not a cutscene, you're actually playing. So it looks really, really cool. I get a very God of War-esque vibe in terms of it being one long cutscene, or one long play. Hard to describe. There's no fadeaways, I guess. So the screen doesn't go to black and you get a cutscene. It doesn't seem like that. But it did go to black. It did fade away. It did fade away in the trailer. I'm not too sure. It'll be really cool. I'm looking forward to it. We'll see how it goes. My favorite game of all time, Kingdom Hearts. I'm so excited. I was like, you know what? I'm not going to watch any trailers for Kingdom Hearts. I wanted it to be a complete surprise. And then I caved and I watched the trailer that Sony put up. And I was in tears. Literally tears just streaming down my face. I was so happy. So happy. I won't spoil anything for you guys. I don't want to tell you any of the worlds or anything, because I hate when that stuff gets spoiled for me. So, looks really, really good. Looks phenomenal. Sora comes back and it's better than ever. I will tell you, though, that the worlds, the art style of the worlds and of Sora and his crew are all very, very similar. So, I don't know if you guys remember playing. God, it would have been Kingdom Hearts 2. They had a Pirates of the Caribbean level. Now, in that one, the characters from the Pirates of the Caribbean world, they would look, they looked as realistic as you can get on a PS2. And then Sora and Donald and Goofy were all very cartoony. Now it's all very, I think it's probably to do with the graphical abilities of the consoles these days. They all look very, very similar. So, which is really, really cool. I really like that it's all sort of melded into one. It's not drastic differences, sorry. They also showed off a little bit of Call of Duty Black Ops 4, which actually looks really cool. Definitely keen to jump onto that. Call of Duty Black Ops 3 is available on PS Plus right now, I think. They dropped it yesterday. So I'm actually in the process of downloading it as we speak. So I'm going to play that because I haven't played it yet. On top of Black Ops, they also showed off Battlefield 5. Battlefield 5 looks great. You can... all of your coverage and all that, so like turrets and all that, you can move them around. Everything's pretty much fully destructible, so you can just drive a tank straight through a building, which is crazy, and then everyone in the building is probably going to die. We also got The Walking Dead, the final season is coming out, episode 1 on the 14th of August. Telltale, let me have a word with you. Let me chat with you for a second, Telltale. I looked this up. Why is it only 4 episodes? You have the final episode, the final journey of a young girl who we've been following since day 1. And if anyone hurts Clementine, I'm gonna lose my mind. But why is it 4 episodes only? Like, the other ones were all 6. The first 2 were 6 episodes each. And then, like, the third one, they were like, oh yeah, we'll drop it down to 5 episodes. And now the fourth one's 4 episodes. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? It drives me wild. I don't know. I'm not happy with it, but it is what it is. Moving on. We have one of my favorite games, and that is Assassin's Creed. So they showed off Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which was, they leaked it just beforehand. It takes place in ancient Greece, and I think it looks really cool. So they showed off a couple of things. So the first thing I'll say is that there are two main characters. Now they've done that before with Assassin's Creed Syndicate, where you had Jacob and Evie, but this is different. So you've got two characters. You've got Cassandra, spelled with a K, and Alexios. So male and female, and if you choose to start your game with Cassandra, you play the entire thing with Cassandra. If you choose to start with Alexios, play the entire thing with Alexios. The other thing that they introduced, which was really, really cool, was the fact that you now have dialogue options, which is crazy good. So from what it looked like, is that you, depending on what you pick or what you choose to do, the story will alter slightly. I don't know to what extent. I doubt it'll be to a major extent, but it seems like it will change what happens. And I think you've always had that. Nope, you haven't had the option to just say no. I think to certain missions and all that. But this time you do. Looks great. It looks very much like to Origin, which was just a beautiful game in itself. No doubt they'll up it up a little bit in terms of graphics and gameplay. They did say that they've been working on it for 3 years, which is crazy, and it comes out on the 5th of October this year. So really soon. It's like 4 months away now, I think. Another game which I showed off was The Quiet Man. Now this is really interesting. So the protagonist is deaf. Now what that means in terms of gameplay and in terms of the music and the sounds and all that for the video game, I have no idea. I have no idea, but it's very story driven. It's a beat 'em up. It looks cool. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, I'm just intrigued. I'm more intrigued than interested. I'm just intrigued to see what they do with it. We're going to take a little bit of a detour and talk about Bethesda. I thought Bethesda's conference was one of the best ones. I really did. It would have gone Sony, Microsoft, Bethesda. I thought it was great. They showed off Elder Scrolls Blades, which is a mobile phone game, which is really cool. I'm pretty sure you can download it fairly soon. It's out this year. And apparently it's a full RPG, a full proper game, the entire game. You can play it all on your phone. Looks pretty intuitive. We'll see how it goes. I don't think it'll be great quality for another couple of phone generations, but we'll see how it goes. They showed off Elder Scrolls 6. Well, they didn't show it off. They just showed a title and said that it's coming. That would be 2 years away, I'd say. Yeah, I'd say Elder Scrolls 6 will be at least 2 years away. They also showed off Fallout 76, which is interesting. A lot of people listen to them and are like, oh my god, Fallout 76, it's going to be great. This is going to be dope. It's going to be amazing. Huh? Just calm down. Calm down. We know Bethesda's good at what they do, but it is fully multiplayer. You can play by yourself, but it's going to be a lot harder. There are also, so the thing that gets to me is that I'm not very good at these games, so I'm going to go out into the world and someone else is just going to destroy me, because you see another player, they could just attack you if they want. So I don't know how I feel about that. They might choose to team up with you, they might not. We'll see how it goes. The other thing is I did like this, is they've got nuclear missiles scattered throughout the map, and if you find one and get all the key cards to it, you can actually set it off and choose where it lands. The thing that bugs me is that there's such a focus on creating your base, building it and all that, and it's so similar to Elder Scrolls Online. That's the feel that I got. So no doubt people are going to pour in hundreds and thousands of dollars into this game. I know people who've literally poured in thousands of dollars into Elder Scrolls Online. So if someone's playing Fallout 76, they've put all this money into this game, built this crazy base, they've got houses everywhere and all that sort of stuff, and then someone decides to launch a missile at their base. Was all of that stuff just gone? Is all of your time and progress and all that, is it gone? I don't know. That'd be pretty bad. That'd be pretty unfortunate. So I'm gonna have to play it, get a little bit more, find out a little bit more of it before I make my final decision. But we'll see how that goes. They also showed off Wolfenstein Youngblood, set in 1980s Paris, starring the twin daughters of B.J. Blazkowicz, and it's co-op. Features co-op play. So you can play I think you can play the entire thing in co-op. Wolfenstein is the same thing, destroy Nazis for, the entire game, and it'll be good. It'll be a good game. Wolfenstein games so far have been really, really good. They showed off Doom Eternal, which I knew they were going to bring out a new Doom. We don't have a release date. I think it's probably going to a lot of Bethesda stuff is going to be next year. I think right now they're just focusing on Fallout 76. They showed off Rage 2. They showed off. Was that it? Pretty sure that was it. We also heard about Jedi Fallen Order. Didn't see anything about it. Didn't really tell us anything about it. We know that it takes place between episodes 3 and episodes 4. You play as a Jedi, and it was just such a focus on it being a dark game. Like really, like a whole. Yeah, he just. I can't remember who it was. I can't remember who it was they were talking to. Vince Zampella, that was it. He had such a focus on it being a dark game. So, but that'll be Q4 2019. So Christmas. So holiday 2019. It'll be a good game. They'll show it off at next year's E3, I assume. In total, at E3, I've got some stats here that I'm going to share with you guys. In total, 162 games were shown. So we had 78 of those. 78 of those games are coming to PlayStation. 89 of them are coming to Xbox. 106 on PC. 45 on Switch. Obviously, those add up to more than 162, but that just means that there are games that are coming on all 3 platforms. 67 new IPs, which is crazy. And they showed off 86 games that are coming this year. A lot of those were on the PC, which I didn't go through because I'll admit I didn't watch the PC gaming show. That's a 2.5 hour show, and I will go through it slowly. And we've got 36 games that they showed off for next year. The last game I'm going to talk about is a game that I've been waiting for forever. And it was really, really cool how they showed it off. Microsoft showed it off. And they did it right at the end of the show. They were coming out. They're like, thank you so much for joining us. It was really, really cool. We really appreciated it. And the screen cut like someone was hacking the back monitors. And it was all in red. And it came down. And it said like username. And it said CD. And I was like, oh my god, they're showing it. They're showing it. CD Projekt Red is back, finally. And then they showed off oh my gosh, I forgot the name. Cyberpunk 2077. Now, for those of you who don't know about Cyberpunk, it was announced at E3 like 6 years ago. And CD Projekt Red is the company that also made the Witcher games. And Witcher 3, I fell in love with. One of my favorite games of all time. Crazy good game. If you haven't played The Witcher 3, please go and play it. A lot of people say you need to play the first 2. You don't need to play the first 2. I didn't play the first 2. You can just jump straight into it. You gather story and all that. You end up doing research on your own. Crazy good game. You can get the Game of the Year edition with all the DLC for next to nothing now. But yeah, they've also been working on Cyberpunk 2077. Looks great. Looks amazing. It's set in the year 2077, and it's set in the city of... Gosh, I don't know. I don't know if it's an actual city, actually. I don't think it is. I can't remember. But it's very punk-ish. You got all your flying cars and all that. And you take the role... Your main character is called V, and he's a contracted hitman. And he just got the game takes place, like, it starts off when he gets his first big hit. So... That's how it's starting. How it ends, I don't know. Obviously, it'll be wild. The gameplay will be amazing. I know this is going to be a great game. If you have it, do yourself a favor. Do some research. Go look at the trailer. I'll have it playing as we're speaking. Go look at the trailer. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be phenomenal. It's one of my most anticipated games. I will tell you guys. There are a few games that I'm really looking forward to. This E3 was ridiculous. I was really happy about it all. Really excited. A couple of low points were the EA conference and the Square Enix conference. They didn't really do very well, but then you had Microsoft just blew it out of the park. Nintendo blew it out of the park. Sony just went wild. Sony knows what to do every single time. They just nail it every time. But we've got a lot of good games coming. Cyberpunk's going to be amazing. Kingdom Hearts is my most anticipated game, January 29th. I am taking a month off of work just to play that game. I'm going to do nothing for that month except play Kingdom Hearts. I'm really excited for it. They also showed off a PlayStation 4 Pro Kingdom Hearts console. It looks amazing, looks beautiful. I'm getting it. I can tell you that right now. I'm definitely getting it. Assassin's Creed Odyssey looks great. Yeah, those are probably my 3 most anticipated games, and Pokemon. I'm always keen for Pokemon. Smash Bros. Is going to be really good. Halo's going to be cool. There's just so many games. There's so many games! You guys need to do yourself a favor. Go check it out. I hope you guys enjoyed hearing me talk about this. If you guys have any questions, hit me up in the comment section down below. Hit me up on Twitter. Hit me up on Facebook. Links to those will be down below. Any questions you guys have, I'm happy to answer it. Whether it's, what do you think of this? Or what are you most looking forward to? Whatever you want. Hit me up. I'm keen. Thank you so much for joining me today, guys. I'm going to go and sleep for another 12 hours because I literally have not slept. I've probably had a total of 5 hours sleep in the past 5 days. So I'm going to go sleep some more. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to your boy TigerBayne. Share with all of your family and friends. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.